See how they're already spreading out and not grouping up? That's exactly what you want to do. Sonic didn't say a damn word about the spacing or what going line or staggered. That's exactly how you want to move, especially when you're in open terrain. Obviously, when you're in a CQB environment, city, town, or whatever, it's going to be different. But we're not going to be going over that today. Okay, so everybody fall in on me real fast. All right. If everybody looks at the map, from my current pause, our objective is going to be a Russian outpost. But if we're starting here at this hill and you look forward, there's nothing but an open pasture. It's not really going to provide any natural cover. You're going to be out in the open. Now, from this location, you got two options. You got the wheat field to our left, and you got the hills and forest to our right. Which one do you think would provide better cover?
Right. The right
Yeah,
side.
the right side.
How many times have you seen it where people just go left or go straight?
Straight's the
Too
norm.
many.
Yep, this is what I was talking about with a little defilade. If you just pull back across the hill, use this hill as our defilade. Got nice solid body cover to where they can't see us. And if you just go a little bit further to the right, then this little ditch just kind of loops around. And oh, look at that. Trees. You always want to stick to natural cover as much as possible. And also, when it comes to moving across hills, Echoist, what's the best way to walk across a hill? Say we're on one of those big ass desert maps with the mountains. Would you walk right on the peak of the mountain?
No, I don't want a skyline.
Exactly, skyline yourself. So when you're walking across a big hill, pick a side, left or right. Because the last thing you want to do is skyline. Skyline, the boat left or right side of you is going to see you. Now the side you choose is just going to be based off of where you're expecting the possible contact. You can't be right every time, but as long as you choose one, it's going to be better than just walking across the top of the hill. All right, let's say we follow me and we head into this woods over here. Obviously, we're going to have a little bit of hard cover of the trees, not so many rocks. But what this area does have is lots of bushes. This is what we consider soft cover.
Concealment.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. Always try and keep a bush between you and your objective until it's the last possible moment.
That being said, it's not actually going to protect you if
No,
you
it won't.
position
Yeah.
it.
That's why it's called
So-
soft cover. If they shoot the bush, you're going to die. But the idea behind this is to keep you concealed for as long as possible.
Now, what's your take on these trees, like the ones right in front of me here, where they can see your legs, but you're pretty much blocked in your face there. So you don't have line of sight on them, but they might have line of sight on you.
All right, on these trees, the best thing to do is either crouch, prone, then just use your lean key. Try and use as much of the tree as possible.
But you're right. You're still visible. So it's
You're less
cover,
visible.
but
You're basically just using percentages that his first shot's probably going to go into that tree. All right, next we're going to move on to the line formation. Typically, you will only assume the line formation once you're within about either 200 to 300 meters of your objective. So let's just say for this example that Russian outpost is our objective. So everybody fall in on me. Let's just say all you guys are in my squad, and as we approach this objective, we know there's any contacts in there. I call out, let's do a line formation looking northwest to south. That's going to give you your approximate left-right bearings. Now, one of the intricacies of this, because one of the things you do, you can adjust what squad member is in what position of the line. Typically, the way I like to do it is have the squad leader in the center. That way, you can coordinate with both flanks. And based off that, I like having my heavy support units, my LMGs or my GLs, on the far left or far right extreme flanks. Well, the idea of putting your heavy support units on the extreme flanks, if the center takes contact, left and right with their heavy machine guns or GLs or whatever heavy fire support weapon they have, can immediately provide cover. In this case, cover would be fire support for the center.
And
The
they can also
idea
create a
is-
crossfire.
The right flank takes contact, but left doesn't. Left can wheel across and use their heavy machine gun to work off that, and vice versa. But if you have all your heavy support units in the center and they get pinned down, you're going to be relying on your riflemen to do the heavy lifting. But, all right, everybody assume a line formation off of me as center. I'm not going to call out where you got to be. Look to your man to your left and right. Maintain spacing and figure out amongst yourselves what their kit is and where you should be in the line. All right, everybody set?
Question for
Yes.
medics on the line formation. Generally,
In the line formation, the medics are considered riflemen.
gotcha.
Everybody advance towards Russian outpost. Now, as you're advancing towards a known enemy objective, walk. Do not sprint. Matt Mister, why would we walk and not sprint?
Allows for better control of your weapon when you have to aim.
Absolutely. Because even
Better
though they've
visibility
upgraded the fatigue system in this game, if you have zero stamina and somebody's just chilling behind one of these Hescos waiting, they're going to have you 9 times out of 10, unless you're extremely lucky. All right, next we're going to be going over here a staggered column. Staggered column should be the basic formation you guys assume as you're moving through open terrain. So let me get Nico, Ferner, Sonic, and Crater. Stack up, nut the butt, looking north. All right, that is a visual representation of staggered column. So
Matt,
Ferner
go back
would be
just
the
a little
absolute
bit,
point.
or go forward a little bit.
Ferner would be the absolute point man. No, then Matt Mister would be second point. Now, in this formation, the squad leader can post up wherever he sees fit, wherever he thinks he can have best control of the squad. And in this one, this is where medics do count. You always want to have the medics in the back. Now, the advantages of this formation is that you have 2 staggered lines, and it's able to react to contacts left, right, but forward, and behind. So let's say we took a contact from the front right where I'm standing. Everybody would immediately crouch down to return fire. And then, based off where Ferner's at, his line would go to the right, and the opposite line would go to the left. They would spread out and form line formation. Did everybody see how that kind of works out?
Yep.
Yep. Not every contact is going to be the exact same. Now, obviously, this is more milsim to know what we're going to be really used to in the live server. But when we start doing these roundtable events and start getting competitive play, these movements do have an increased advantage over people are just moving in a gaggle. Because if you engage that formation with another squad that's just in a circle and they just all bunch up and you guys spread out and provide the fire superiority, you will win 9 times out of 10.